Yeah, yeah, let her go, yeah, let her go, whoa, let her go, yeah, she a hoe, whoa, let her go, whoa, let her go, yeah, let her go, whoa, she a hoe, yeah, let her go, let her go, whoa, let her go, yeah, she a hoe, whoa, let her go, whoa, let her go, yeah.
So I really don't know how to start these types of videos or a type of video with this topic. It's not what my regular types of videos would be, but if you're one of those viewers who likes my regular videos, I'm sorry, but this is something that I feel like I had to do. I've been planning to do it later on, but I just feel like it's something that I have to do now, especially with a lot of people that I know. Like, I've been seeing like a lot of posts about suicide, and it's not a joke. Like, people are making fun of it, and it's not funny at all. And there are people that I know that are committing suicide, and you would never think that, you know, they're depressed or that they need help or anything like that. First of all, I just feel like saying, if you are suffering from depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, anything like that, I am very proud of you, because it is not easy. It's not easy, and it just takes to end your life, literally. But you're still here, and you're fighting, and you're winning, because when you're depressed, when you have those thoughts, every day is a battle. It's a struggle. It's not easy. And I just want to say I'm proud, because you've made it through. You're fighting this, and you're winning. A lot of people who don't have depression or anxiety or anything like that do not understand and will judge you. They will judge you for things that they don't understand, for things that they've never been through. Those people are pathetic. Do not listen to those people. They are not right. You have no right to judge someone for being depressed and feeling the way that they do when you have no idea what they are going through. I try to keep it all to myself, and that's not a good thing to do, but I do that because this generation is so messed up. If you post something about being depressed, it's a call for help. But people look at it as, oh, she wants attention, it's all for attention. No, I need help. And that's what these people who have never been through it aren't seeing. And I recently just lost my best friend, and we got into an argument, and she basically called me out for being sad and depressed for attention. And if I wanted attention, it's so frustrating, because half the time what goes through my mind I do not post. It's so frustrating to get that through the heads of people who don't know how it feels. And you are not alone. There are a lot of people who are going through what you're going through, but you just have to keep fighting, because it does get better. A lot of the times I tell myself, I have these thoughts where it's just like, it doesn't get better, like I need to end this. And you have to realize that when you are at your edge, you're going to think way different thoughts than you are when you would be having a normal, like, happy day. And it's like, when you're depressed, it's not, I'm gonna be depressed today, so tomorrow I'm not gonna be depressed. It doesn't work like that. Depression, you cannot control depression. It comes, it goes. It's depression. You could be laughing, you could be having a fantastic time with your friends, and out of nowhere you'll become depressed. And just, it's horrible. A lot of the times people who do not have depression, when they judge others, it's not okay. Like, you could post something about being depressed. You could post out 10 calls for help, and no one could message you and like help you. And you could kill yourself, and then everybody would come out of the blue like, I didn't know you were struggling. I didn't know you needed help. I wish I was there. Like, I wish you were there too. Where were you when I was alive? And it's just, nowadays when you post something, you cannot post something calling for help without being an attention seeker. And it's so stupid. Basically, when you were depressed, you feel like you're not worth anything, and you don't know your purpose. You feel like you don't have a purpose. You have to create your own you have to create your own purpose, and you have to evolve to that purpose. Those are words of XXXTentacion, and if you don't like his music, I don't care. But he knew what he was talking about, and when you have to create something for you to live for. You cannot expect the world to do it for you, because the world is a messed up place. It's messed up. It's evil. There's so many bad things out there, and life's out to get you. But you just have to keep fighting. You can become numb to pain, but being numb, it's so hard to explain, because a lot of people will not understand. You cannot explain what's going on through your own head. Like, when you're you could become numb, but it's like you have this feeling inside of you where you just want to cry and you just want to let it all out, but you can't. Your body makes it impossible for you to express these emotions. A lot of the times when people are depressed, people use things against them to make them, I don't know, not depressed, but it doesn't work that way. Like, you could post about being depressed and people will say, well, why? You have all this good stuff. Like, you have all these people that care about you, you have a nice life, you have a nice car, you have a nice phone, you have makeup, all this other stuff. But it's irrelevant. Just because you have nice things doesn't mean you can't be depressed. The best friend I was talking about, she called me out for, she said, you're daddy's girl, you got all, you live off of your dad, you're gonna be a failure, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what you have doesn't define who you are. You could have $1 million and you can be depressed. Like, think of Chester Bennington. His life, he changed all these people's lives. He was so famous, he had all that money, and he still killed himself because he was fighting and he lost. And it's like, exactly, he was proof that that's not true. It doesn't matter how many people care about you, like, still, or how many people claim to care about you. It's like, you could have all these people around you and you could still feel alone. I just can't even explain it. You could literally be in a room with 1 million people and you could feel alone, like, because no one knows what you're going through, no one knows what you're battling. I am pessimistic myself, and it's like, it makes it easier on me how to cope with life because things hit me every single day, and if I do not believe in that pessimism, it all gets to me. And when you're pessimistic, you already believe that the world is as bad as it could be, so it can't get any worse. But it's like, it can, in reality, it can get worse, but it's just a belief. You just have to keep telling yourself that, for me anyway. And it's like, when you're pessimistic, you also believe that evil will ultimately prevail. But I do not believe that. I mean, sometimes I will say it doesn't get better. It doesn't. But in reality, it does. You just have to believe. You just have to believe. You have to have that hope. Like, half of me has that hope, and the other half of me is just like, that hope is the only thing that's holding me on at this point. I just want you guys to know that you're not alone. I've distanced myself from so many people just to better myself, and I just want you guys to know that what you're going through, it gets better. And depression, suicide, anxiety, all that is no joke. All these people claim to have depression and anxiety when they don't have it. I mean, I'm not calling anyone out, but it's like, why would you want to be depressed? Why would you want to have anxiety? Why would you want to suffer with the rest of us when you could be happy? It doesn't make sense. It's like, you want no more to be happy, and then there's these people that are happy and they just want to. I'm just saying that when you do not struggle with depression, when you do not know what it feels like, do not judge others for how they think or how they feel, or you can't use that against them. You can't say, oh, you have this, you have that, you have all these people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant to how you feel on the inside. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, and that frustrates me so much. Me, myself, I have self-harm scars, and it's like, people will judge you for that too, and it's like, they will make you feel. I at one point felt ashamed. I felt ashamed for the longest time, and I'm not gonna say that I don't still feel ashamed, but it's like, there's these people judging you and they make you feel like you should be ashamed. Like, you have to realize that they've never gone through it, so they don't matter. Just put those pathetic people out of your life because they're doing nothing to help you. Realize that with self-harm scars, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It can be a positive thing. And I'm not influencing self-harm at all. I'm just saying that if you have those scars, then you can look at them as a reminder that you are a survivor. You shouldn't have to feel ashamed. Like, I would cover my arms, and if I ever caught people looking at them, I would be so embarrassed. My face would go red. And it's like, at this point, I still do try to hide it because people are so quick to judge others when they don't know what you were going through. I just feel like what's on my arms doesn't define who I am as a person. If you ever feel like you want to kill yourself, if you ever like, it may not be that bad, but it can be that bad. 9 times out of 10, it is that bad. If you ever feel that way, I want you to post about it. I want you to call out for help. Literally, just call out for help. Because, yeah, people will call you an attention seeker, but you do need that help. And just think of it this way: they've never been through what you're going through. So they do not matter in your life. They are not benefiting you. They're not helping you. Shut them out of your life. Because there are people that do care about you, and there are people that will help you. You have to ask for help. You have to ask for help. It's not something that you can get rid of for good. I mean, it'll go away and it'll come back. The same thing happened to me. But it does get better. You can get out of it. There are times when it's better and there are times when it's worse. This generation is just not at all good. It's literally one of the worst generations ever, because people judge others for feeling how they feel, and it shouldn't be that way. And there are suicides left and right, and it needs to stop. It's a huge problem. It shouldn't be happening, but it is happening. I feel like I just had to make this video sooner than later, because you never know. Someone could watch this video and I could have saved someone's life. It does bother me that there are so many people out there committing suicides, because I could have done it myself. You'd be having the worst day in the world, and you could talk to someone and you could feel so much better about yourself. Just talk to someone. Get those feelings out. You have to express yourself. You cannot let those feelings, you cannot keep those feelings inside you, because they will eat you alive. Depression will eat you alive. It can literally kill you. It can. If you let it get to that point, it will kill you. You just have to keep fighting. You cannot let depression win, because it's an everyday battle and it's not easy to overcome, but you can do it. You also have to think about how, if you're gone, how that will affect others, because believe it or not, there are people that care about you, and they may not always be able to talk to you, they may not always be able to help you, they may not always know what you're going through. That's why you have to reach out to them. But if you ever decide to make that decision, you just have to think of, you're ending your own pain, but you're also bringing that pain to so many other people who care about you, and you don't know, you could give them depression. Like, I've known people who've known people that killed themselves and they became depressed themselves. When you keep fighting, you actually do change the world, because that's one less suicide. And when you commit suicide, you're just telling other people that it's okay to commit suicide. Moral of the story: other people are irrelevant. If you need help, you need help. You need to call out for help. You will get through this. And I put my Snapchat and I put my Instagram. And I may not add you back on Snapchat, but you can by all means send me message requests on Instagram. I'm willing to help anyone who needs help, because that is one less suicide. I could be changing someone's life. And me just knowing that I can change someone's life, that makes me feel so much better. I just feel like this world is so evil and it's so full of negativity. And I may not be able to change all of that, but I can change some things. I can change some people's lives. And so can you. Instead of spreading negativity, you just spread positivity. It's not that hard. Because by spreading positivity, you make this world a better place. Because there is enough negativity out there. We don't need any more of it. We need way less negativity. I myself used to spread a lot of negativity. And if I could go back and change how I was, if I could go back and change the person that I was through middle school, through elementary school, I definitely would, because it's not okay. It's not okay to downgrade others. It's not okay to make other people feel like they're worthless or anything. It's not okay. If you apply your attention to the negative things in life, the more you think about it, the more it'll seem that negative things appear in your life. And the more you apply your attention to positive things in life, the more positive thoughts you'll have, the more positive things will appear in your life. You just have to make the best out of what you have, out of these thoughts. You cannot let it get the best of you. You can always turn a negative into something positive. You just have to think of the bright side. You cannot always focus on the negative, because when you focus on the negative in life, it only makes it so that your mindset is in a bad place. In every negative, there is a positive. Not mathematically, but in life, that is how it works. You can always find something positive out of something negative. You don't always have to focus on the negative in life. You can focus on the positive. Because whatever you apply your attention to is what direction your life will go in. You may look at someone and notice that something's not right, and you may think it's not that bad, but it is that bad. You never know. Like, do not take any chances, because you can think it's not that bad, and a couple days later, boom, they're gone. They're gone. There's nothing you can do about it, and you have that regret for the rest of your life. Once again, this is not my normal videos, but I just feel so better about myself putting this stuff out there, because it is on my mind. It has been on my mind for a very long time, and suicide is not something that you can put off.